Good evening. How are you doing? I hope that you've had an amazing day and that you've had an amazing weekend. How's the first day of your week going? I hope that it has been amazing. Now, we are here for the business class, and today I have visited an office. And this office is where we are going to learn a lot. Of late, tumesikia sana mambo ya kahaya, and you don't have to be using public transport whenever you are going somewhere. And I know that many people are now thinking of getting into this business because this is a business that is doing very, very well. Now, today I'm at Samuel Derry's office. He is the CEO of Royal Rides. So this company is a company that is a car hire company. But apart from that, they also have an app. Yeah. Because we say business is more than meets the eye. You have to think ahead. Lazima uchangamke kama uko kwa biashara. So my name is Kahugo. We are going to be having this discussion for the next around 30 minutes. And I know that you're going to be having an amazing time. If you have any question, make sure to send your questions on 0721-105-105, 23814 on our SMS line. We're also live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. Now, Sam,
yes,
we are very, very glad to be here.
Most welcome.
Yes, thank you for having us.
You're most welcome.
Now, introduce yourself.
Yes,
this
is my camera. Hi everyone, my name is Sam Derry, CEO of Royal Rides, and welcome to this the 30 minutes of nothing but inspirational and good vibes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, now tell us about Royal Rides.
Wow, I mean, Royal Rides is a dream. We're living a dream that we started many years ago. It started as just a thought, and then with time we have made some progress to where we are today. But basically, Royal Rides is a transport and logistic business. And simply we do anything transport. We have car hire, we have chauffeur services, we have wedding services, we do even tracking services, we do movers, all these things, anything relating to transport. Yes.
Now, how did this idea come to be? How exactly are we living this dream now?
I mean, you know, everybody, I believe everybody was born and with a purpose in a dream. And me being one of them, I've always had a dream of challenging myself. And before I ventured into business, I mean the transport business, I have been in the entertainment industry for so long, and I have been on TV for quite some time. I have been a professional DJ for over 8 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and counting. I still practice. It's only that I have many faces. But I remember how I came to start the dream is during the COVID season, and this is after, you remember, so many companies were doing how do we call it, walikuwa napunguza say job, and the axe ikatufolia. So ile job, the job that I was doing, so ikakuwa we cannot be able to have you guys. And I remember that's when I had just bought my first car. And how I bought my first car is also another story, another inspirational story. And I was wondering now, how do I, where do I put my car? And I remember I had so many challenges financially, and then the car was, I didn't acquire the car. I didn't buy it in cash. So I acquired my first car through a bank finance. And you know, when you go through a bank finance, you're required to do some payment at the end of the month. And now job imekatika, you know, I mean, there were so many things happening. There were cessation of movements, people were not moving. And I remember I had to give out my car to how I learned now about the car hire industry is before when I first bought that car, I gave it out to a company that was doing car hiring. Yes, because I needed the money and I didn't have the capacity to do the business. So when I was there, that's when I learned what is done, how it's done. I grabbed some few things here and there. And then once I decided to now pick my car, that's how I started the Royal Rides. Yes.
So Royal Rides started with your own car?
My own car, yes, one. Actually, I was how I decided that I can now do the business is because I used, when my car was in that company, I used to market them. You know, I was on media, so I used to put some posters for them, and people used to call me, and they call me, and after you, Nikon, hey, kumbe wasana Nicole, I can try.
Yeah.
And the most unfortunate thing is that when nilitoa hiyo gari yangu, ndio nilipoteza job na kukakuwa na cessation of movement. So I have my car, I cannot take it back there.
Yeah.
And during those few months, I really used to, I believe so much in the power of social media and marketing. Even if it's just one person who is watching or who views your status, you have communicated. So all this time, I really used to push my company. I remember I had one car. I need to pay some every month. I need to sort some monthly installments, and you know, there were no business. So ile kitu nilidu, mimi nilikuwa naenda natafuta waru, vitungu, nakuja nauza, tunapanga tu kwa road hapo. So nilikuwa natumia gari yangu kama soko for those few months. So that's how I survived until when now there were kulianza some movements and people started calling me. As people started calling in, that's how we kicked off.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, with this one car that you are using, how are you managing it? Managing your clients? At that time, you just have that one car. You are working alone.
Yeah.
You have people calling you. So how are you managing that?
Well, it was just a very new venture. So I'd say there were so many challenges because you see every business has its own challenges, has its own good side and the bad side. But how I was able to manage the business then is the people I really relied on were people on my contacts. So the people I knew, and they used to promote me. Sometimes I used to outsource cars from other people, and that's how I managed to now at least satisfy them.
Okay. And now so far, what would you say now sets Royal Rides apart, or what makes it unique? Because now you have very many companies that are offering such services.
I believe we are unique from day one. I have always believed that, because people think very different. You may have one idea, but the vision and the zeal to do that is very different. So I believe Royal Rides is a very special in a very big way. I don't think we have many people who have an online app where you are able to get a self-drive car hire service, where you are able to rent your car. You can register your car with us and start making money through our online platform.
Okay.
So that alone, without even giving more details, sets us a bit. We are different from other people.
Right.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the app, because you've mentioned it.
Yes.
Many people get into business, and as you say, they do the normal.
Yeah.
I have cars, so these are the cars that I'll be hiring out and blah blah blah. But now, as for Royal Rides, you have an app where you say it, other people can also register their cars, and they'll get an income from that. Which also means now you're creating employment for other people.
Yes.
So let's go back a little bit. Tell us about the app, how you developed it. Yeah.
So all this long after now we started the hiring out cars, the business grew, and we had a good number of clients who are coming for the cars. So I think people saw an opportunity and started investing in our company. In this way, you would say there is a need for people to hire cars, and you are able to buy one car. So msi alikuwa anaenda na buy gari ananiletea, inafanya business. At the end of the day, no one cares whether they don't want to know the owner of the car. They just know the cars belong to a certain company. And if the car is giving you the services that you need, you will definitely come again. So people started buying cars and bringing them to our company. Na pia sisi grow and we added some cars, but in between, you know, anything, as I told you, there are so many challenges in any business, and we encountered some of these challenges, and you know, every challenge it either teaches you, but we just decided to take it as a lesson, and those are some of the things we combined and now tried. So how do we minimize this? How do we work effectively? How do we satisfy our clients? How do we make money? You know, at the end of the day, we also want to make money. Yes, so that's how the idea of now transitioning to online came up. But I'd give credit to one of my friends who gave me the idea. I knew it happens in other countries. It really happens. And the guy had visited visited Ghana, and he saw he is my client. He saw the app, and now he told me there's an app I saw in Ghana. You go and research and see how it works. But I saw it's very effective. So that's when I started now doing my own research. In other countries, how do they do their car hire business? How can you do it online? And all these things combined, that's how we created the app. Yes.
And how effective has been the app so far?
I'd say it's one of the most effective apps that you can use, because this is a platform that we have created. And these platforms gives you, you as an investor, gives you a platform to make money, and it also gives you you don't give us your car. You know, other companies, if you want me to use your car, I'll have to take your car. But in our case, we don't take your car. You just retain your car. You can use it when you need, and if you want to make money, you just have to make it available online, and now people can hire it. So that is one way. I believe it's a very effective way to make money. Number two, if you're a client and you're hiring, you need a car hire service or any other transportation service. Normally, what happens when you need to hire a car, you have to, if you live in Kiambu, and probably our offices are in Nairobi town, we'll have to board a car or pick an Uber from Kiambu to town. So we try to see how can we be cost effective and save something for our clients. So how we operate is that we just give you cars that are around your area. So if you are in Kiambu, we'll only find cars that are around your area. So you don't have to pay any money, you don't have to book a taxi or so those are some of the few things that we have. We are trying to we're also in the process of making people understand and know our app, and those are some of the few things that you can benefit and enjoy.
Well, I see. You know, we always say that as a business person, it's very important for you to be very, very, very creative. Don't just get into business and do the normal things that people are doing and expect different results. In business, make sure that you are thinking out of the box, right? So this is Business Plus. For now, we are getting into a very short break so that you can get the Business 101, and then we'll be coming right back to the same part.
My name is Samuel Derry, CEO Royal Rides, and these are some of the tips that I can give to people who want to start this business. There's something I've written like 3 months ago, and it says, I don't pretend to be the smartest guy in business, but I think I'm the best sponge in the industry. I make it a point to soak up all the good ideas I can. So that's something I found somewhere, and I wrote it down. And you see, everything is all about ideas and creativity. You don't have to have a lot of money to make money. You just have to think, create, and money is there. For instance, when I say, even in our business, people don't have any car. They just create and sell something, an idea, an experience, and people buy into it. You can create your own company look for your own clients, and convince people to invest in you. So those are some of things you can do to make money. Again, usikae tu hapo jitume, talk to people, do your research. There's a lot of information online on how to start a business. There are people who are willing to invest in startup companies. You can check all these things. There are so many websites there, and people invest even in ideas. They invest in prototypes, they invest in the already established business. So you can find even someone who is willing to invest in your idea. So watu wajitume kidogo, and I believe hakuna biashara kidogo na hakuna biashara kubwa. Yes. Hi, my name is Sam Wanderi, CEO Royal Rides, and you're watching Business Plus.
Alright, we are back after the Business 101, and we are here talking about Royal Rides. That's the name.
That's
well
the name
known.
people, well-known name, yes.
Well known. So
Yes.
Now we are using memes.
Memes.
Official names.
Kabisa.
Now we are talking about this business where it's really, really booming, by the way, where you don't want to use public transport. You've decided you want to probably car hire, or you're looking for transportation, you're looking for probably you have a wedding or whatever you need transport for. This company got you back, and there's an app where you can come in as an investor, or you can subscribe and have your car on board, where you can make business in this particular app. So we say business is more than meets the eye. This is something that can make money. So just think out of the box. Make sure you take notes. Right now, you know, and write notes. Take notes. Now, Mems.
Yes.
I needed to know, as a client.
Yes.
I need a car for car hire. Right?
Yes.
What do you need from me? What is the process?
First thing, we need your money. That's outside there. But anyway, yeah, we this is how you go about it. If you are a very new user and you need our services, our app is live on Play Store, and it's free. All you need to do is just download it. Once you download the app, there's a process that's going to take you through, where you're required to log in with some of your personal documents, like the ID. And why we choose to put it as a requirement, it's because we want to make every person feel safe. You know, once we have your ID, once you give out your identification, it means you don't have any hidden motive. And even the people who have invested in our company, they need to ensure that their cars, those people who are using their cars, you know them, you have done your due diligence, you have tightened all the loopholes, and this is why we ask for some of these documents. And once you register, once you upload them, it's going to ask you for a face, how do you got it, a real-time photo, like a profile picture, because we also need to know your identification. And this is also another security feature, because once you get the real-time, you don't even have to upload. You'll have to take the photo that it is you.
It has to be real-time.
It has to be you, yes.
Okay.
So now, once you are now registered, we can be able to see you on our back end. And we have your profile photo, we have your ID, we have your phone number. So you just need to go through the app. Once you're registered, peruse through the app, see which car inakubamba, and then everything is there. It's going to give you how to book the car. There's a segment for that, where you're able to put in from when you need the car to when. And then there's the payment process. It's just going to prompt you, ask you for an SDK push. You just need to key in your M-Pesa pin. And then if you need a car, if a car is going for 3,000 and you need it for 2 days, it'll cut a 6K. You get, because it's 3,000 times 2. And then there's a call button, still on the app. It's a green feature. There's a call button. when you touch the call button now, you are able to communicate with us and tell us now, and we can also be able to see from our end that there is one car that has been booked. We can be, because we have the car, we have the pictures of the car, we have the location, and the only thing, even on the app, you will be able to see the car from your end as the user. It's going to give you the map, the location, the pin location, so you'll just go straight to where the location is telling you to go. Yes. Yes.
And now, how do you ensure the safety of these cars, just to make sure that they last longer?
Well, first things first, even as an investor, we need you to give us a good car. That's a requirement. Your car must be roadworthy. It has to comply with those all the rules that are set. Comprehensive insurance, make sure our clients are well covered. We also need your car to be in good condition, because we don't want a scenario where our clients books a car and then it breaks down. Na kuna watu hii na kuna nyesha, unajua hii time ya mvua. It happens. Sometimes you cannot avoid these things. But we really try to get the best. So we have to inspect your car very well before we register it on our app. We are the only people who can put your car on our app. You as an investor, you cannot be able to put the car on our app. So you have to bring it to our offices. We assess the car and then upload it. As a user, now, as I told you earlier, we have your documentations. Number two, there's terms and conditions. It's a well-written contract by our lawyers that highlights everything. So before you even you cannot even make payments before you agree to the terms and condition. And this means that all the stipulated regulations you have agreed to. Yes. So those are
So
some
you
of.
have to read.
You have to. You cannot you can't even do the. Please, it's good, by the way. Sometimes don't just agree to every term and condition. It's good sometimes to check. And when we were doing these terms and conditions, we made sure that we have looked for this. Made sure the safety of our clients is well catered for. The safety of our investors is well catered for, and even for our app is well catered for. And nowadays things like Google, you cannot just upload any app. Yeah, you have to comply with so many policies from them. So they take you through a very vigorous process for them even to upload your app on Play Store. So it means before we have even uploaded, we have gone through so many checkpoints. Yes.
Okay, wow, I see. And now, because as you said before, you are in business because you need to make money.
Yes.
That is what business is for.
Yes.
So what strategies have you employed just to make sure that you get your clients and you are very, very visible to your clients?
We are really trying to make ourselves out there. I'm gonna put ourselves out there. Thanks to people like you guys for giving us such a platform. It's also a platform where we get to tell people, we inspire people, try to show them that these things are doable and they're possible. We have also really invested in our marketing. We have our own marketing strategies. We have really invested in on online marketing. And everything ni kujituma. So tunajituma vile inafaa. Tunajituma. Hakuna rahisi. It's not easy, by the way. You don't think that now that we have the app that it's now money is just falling like manna. Sometimes you will have to dig deep in your pocket to make sure that these things are working.
Okay.
Yes.
For this business, do you have low seasons where you have to dig into your pockets, as you said?
Yes.
And do you have very high seasons when this is now the time where we shine?
Kahawa imekomaa sasa. Yes, it happened. Our business is very seasonal. Sometimes you see it even depends on the economy, the inflation. You understand, all these things affect how people get their money. Sometimes people don't have money, so you don't expect them to come for mwezi iko kwa kona bana. Sometimes kuna back to school. Nowadays I think many parents prefer going for their children from school. So you find such times the business is in a peak. Holidays, business is there, but sometimes it's haiko. It
So
go
how
on
do you
and off.
balance when you are on your low seasons, because this is business?
Yes,
So
it is
during the low
business.
seasons,
You know, at the end of the day, you have to remember that vile nimekuambia hakuna rahisi. So if today I am doing well and I'm making money, and tomorrow or the other day I won't be making money, I have to balance my finances. That's why we have a finance office with a very professional accountant. Alafu pia unajua vitu zingine, and this is where I need to talk to young people. Vitu zingine ukipata leo usikule yote. Invest in your business, because this is the thing that will sustain you. Ukikula yote, definitely the business will collapse. Yeah.
All right. Now, what are some of the challenges? Probably, we are almost winding up.
Yes.
So what are some of the challenges that you faced since you started the business until where you are now?
Well, there are quite some. Sometimes unapeanga mtu gari, labda akitoka hapo kwa ofisi alikuwa anajua kudrive vizuri, but akifika huko sijui skills zinafanya nini, and then kidogo boom unapata gari zinaguzaguzwa hapa na pale. So we have encountered that as a challenge. And number two, and that's why when you check our app, we have put some a limit. Hatuwezi kupea gari if you don't have 2 years of driving experience and above. Sorry, if you are not 22 years and above, sorry, we cannot be able to accommodate you. So these are some of the things that we have tried to put in our app. And another challenge, sometimes unapata biashara hakuna kabisa, and there's competition. Some people undercharge. Sometimes unaweza kosa kufanya, if you are not keen enough and you don't do your due diligence vizuri, you might end up giving to gari and you don't even know which business anafanya nayo. And tukiingia kwa app, sometimes unapata we have those challenges. Server iko chini. Matime kuna kitu mtu anaenda kulipa haiendi through. Those are some of the technical challenges that we go through, but I believe these are things that build us, because once we identify a problem or a challenge, we try and look how do we solve that. Yes.
Now, I loved what you said in the beginning, that in this business, haikosi challenges.
Hakuna bizaina challenge.
Yeah. But you say, as much as there are challenges, you must know how to maneuver.
Kabisa.
But also to the young people, when you make money, invest in your business.
Yes.
That's very, very important.
And it's possible. You don't even have to buy a car. For instance, if we only had an idea of creating the app, we don't require to buy any car.
Yeah.
So you can make money out of just thinking and creating. You just provide a platform, people bring their car, and you look for clients and you make money. You don't have to have a physical office. You don't have to have a physical, like a car. You understand? So opportunities are there. Yes.
Okay, amazing. Now, thank you so much for having us on this particular episode. I know that our time is much spent, but we have learned a lot.
I know.
And probably if you ask for another episode, we're going to be having a continuation of the same. If you need to learn anything more, if you have any other question, of course, we have given our platforms. You can always put in your questions and we are going to answer you. We've had Sam, the CEO of Royal Rides, and I hope that you have done something. I hope that now you know you can make money. You don't have to have a car, and you don't have to have a physical office. The only thing you need to do, bring your idea, put it down. There's something that you can always do that.
Ndio hivyo, hakuna kuingia lazima. Alafu people out here, there are people who are willing to invest in ideas. Naweza kuwa niko na do, but sina idea. Uko na idea, so think, and then after you create, now think of how to get people to buy into your idea. And so you have to create kitu kali. Yani hata kupelekea msi anaona yenyewe yes.
Amazing. So thank you so much for being with us, and thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Business Plus. My name is Kahogu. We'll be seeing you in the next episode of the Business Plus next Monday, same time, same place. Have a blessed rest of the week. Bye.